Got some 2022 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, kind of mini figurine statue found in dollar stores. Wanted to open them up, check them out here, because recently I did do a video about kind of the 90s version of these smaller figures. I thought we'd kind of compare the past small figurines to these new versions, see how they stack up. A modern set of the back, just in black and white, showing the available Rangers. Select them all. And this kind of newer Mighty Morphin Power Rangers imagery that Hasbro's been using on newer products. Red, yellow, and blue Rangers. Note, we got the Red Ranger here. Ranger Rouge. I believe that's in French. Kind of notice in general the card back size kind of more impressive in the 90s. Feels like you're getting a bigger figure, also just the size of the figure as well. Pull him off the card back here. He is a solid, just figurine statue in this position. Just a black base, nothing special there, just a kind of small Power Rangers lettering printed at the bottom. And an extremely limited paint here. We got just the white. They did spring for the silver mouth bit and then the black visor. He has a little bit of his helmet kind of detail done in, but no coloring to kind of make it come out more visibly. Of course, the back kind of just plain. Nothing on the belt buckle for like the morpher. But here's where you kind of get the 90s one. Again, they have their weapons. And you can see there's a lot more smaller details colored in, even for the cheaper figure of the time, with the belt buckle with gold and then the helmet details, silver around the edge and black. So you could get creative, paint these up, make them look a little nicer as a project. But the 90s ones aren't too expensive to get a hold of if you wanted smaller statue figures of the Power Rangers anyway. No holstered blaster or anything either as part of the costume. So they are a little weak. Here we've got the Blue Ranger, just like I have a Blue Ranger example here of the old card back here. Again, the weapons present, Ranger Blue. But it is always nice just seeing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers still on toy shelves. Still relevant today. We've got the Blue Ranger. He does have the Triceratops detailing in the helmet, just not colored in. He's in a really good pose as well though, but very limited detail. And again, the 90s one has the weapons and everything and all that extra bit, so it would be nice without the weapons if they had those extra detailed bits. But again, these are smaller, so if you did want smaller for some reason, they're just kind of lacking some of the coloring detail. Ranger Noir, Black Ranger. French names are starting to sound cooler. Black Ranger, they really had an easy time because they didn't have to paint in the visor bit, so there's no details on the helmet. He's just all black. The suit, really cool pose there, just with the fists ready. But again, it just can't compare to the 90s one, wielding the axe and all those other details put in. Even on the boots and the gloves, just those little bits make a pretty big difference in the appearance of them. This Ranger Rosé or Ranger Rose? How do you say pink in Francais? With the Pink Ranger, at least we do get the skirt kind of molded as its piece. They didn't just skip that. She does have just a very different form than the others. Just the same lacking coloring like gloves, boots, and the helmet. But the body shape is all there. She does have a pretty fitting pose there. So went pretty extra detailed on that one in a sense. But again, the 90s pretty much knocked it out of the park way back when. They were still probably just $1 or so back then. Funny that we've not really advanced in these cheaper ones that kind of made them more cheap as time has gone on. Right on the packaging, Yellow Ranger. There's no Yellow Ranger in the set. They didn't just do the 5 normal Rangers. So there's a lot more characters in the 90s one because there's bad guys as well. But I wish they would have maybe just did the 5 Rangers for this set, because it's very strange missing the Yellow Ranger. They skipped right to adding the 6th Ranger, the green Ranger Vert. I mean, I get he's probably more popular in a sense, but for getting a complete set, missing the Yellow Ranger is kind of very strange here. Not to mention with the Green Ranger missing his parts, same deal, even though the molding is there for the helmet. But the problem is the dragon shield. They did put the gold in front, but as soon as it gets to the top and back, there's nothing. They just cheaped out and finished the dragon shield off. So it actually just looks worse because they didn't just finish it up. Once again in the 90s, full dragon shield, even the armbands that are not present on this one at all. Weapon, even little gold trimming for the glove. They just did the old Green Ranger as cheaply as possible. They also didn't do anything crazy with the poses, any kind of kicks or anything. They just went very basic poses for them. It's always good to see just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in stores still in some form. I gotta say I'm a little let down with these, just because they could have been so much better with a few extra bits of paint to make it worthwhile for maybe a new fan of the old show to have some little figures for a low price. But you're probably better off going on eBay and just getting a set of the old 90s ones. If you want to see that set of smaller figurines, I have a video about the smaller version of these, the 90s ones, and a lot of other retro Power Rangers and other 90s action figures here. Hopefully we'll get to see you in the next video that way.